if the notion of the responsibility to protect is indeed to become the voice of conscience of the international community, we must all play our part. Foremost, we should not allow human suffering to be selectively prioritized for political convenience or to serve narrow interests. There cannot be any moral ambivalence on this issue. Thus, much as we express our deep concern at the plight of people caught in conflict, we cannot become oblivious to the well-being of those who have been forced to flee their homes and seek protection and shelter elsewhere. They cannot be left to the mercy of the elements or contained beyond high walls of exclusion and separation. Likewise, our declarations on human rights would remain unfulfilled without highlighting the systematic and gross violations of fundamental human rights, particularly in occupied territories, which relate to issues that are the subject of repeated UN Security Council resolutions. As we approach the landmark 75th anniversary of the UN, my delegation considers that the best measure of our commitment to the vulnerable is to recommit ourselves to the abiding values of the UN Charter, which we commemorated yesterday in such an elegant ceremony. The Charter, based on the inherent dignity and worth of the individual and the provision of fundamental human rights, including the right of peoples to self-determination. Islamophobia has become the most prevalent contemporary expression of this vile narrative. We know only too well from our own neighborhood how the abiding lure of communal politics has become the most assured pathway to power.